It's such a weird thing, looking back at this year. Looking back at the last couple of years, honestly. Because it's been a journey across a few years now that just feels like one thing. Almost like the last 2 years were one in themselves. It's been an incredible journey. This year was a huge one for me. A lifelong goal was achieved, new connections were formed, but also, in a lot of ways, it's been a tough one. So, let's start there. Starting with my content creation journey, coming off the back of a heavy following on TikTok, I made the leap to Twitch and YouTube around the start of this year, I think. And I tried pushing my other content, my YouTube content, my streams, to my TikTok following, but found a fair amount of resistance from the algorithm. So it was a bit of a struggle getting to where we are now. And as you may have noticed from my page, it seems that longer form content is not as easy as making shorter videos. On top of all this, between the stretch in energy and motivations and a sudden change in the algorithm, my TikTok views took a fairly hefty hit this year. So in a lot of ways, content creation heading into 2025 feels a lot like starting again. But that's okay, and hopefully a few more followers from TikTok find their way home soon. On top of that, I had a few potential projects fall through this year. Things that I was excited for, things that I had prepared for, that just didn't happen. There is a chance that some of them may still work out, but I'm not holding my breath. But anyway, it hasn't all been doom and gloom this year, and 2025 is looking very bright indeed. Through my visits to PAX and content creating the last 2 years, I have forged a few friendships and alliances in the content creating world. Chief among those, working alongside Tabletop Time Roleplay, both as a player and a GM, was a privilege I never thought I would get. I've been a fan of Jazza for a very long time, and a watcher of Tabletop Time, I'm pretty sure since they started the channel. Being contacted and invited to guest star on Tabletop Time Roleplay, and being able to not only play with the crew, but run games for them, was an absolute honor, and I am still a little giddy about it. I seriously hope that we can continue to collaborate on bigger and better things in the future. But of course, the top article of Dragon's good news this year was the publishing of my first book. I don't have words to fully describe this feeling, which I'm sure as an author you can understand is quite embarrassing. Becoming a published author is something I was fully prepared to just be a dream for the rest of my life. I never truly thought that anyone else would see anything worthwhile in my writing. And to have it now, have it tangible, and to know that there are people in other countries with copies of my book is mind-blowing. It's crazy. Being published has been an incredible journey, and one that will continue. The second book of the Harbingers of Ragnarok series is currently with the editor and will hopefully be published next year. And just with that, I would like to say a huge thank you to my fans who have supported me through this journey up until this point. It has been an amazing journey, and I could not have done it without your support. Thank you all so much. I genuinely hope you enjoy this story. Thank you. But with us looking to next year, and speaking of my book, let's talk about Hymgard, my new pet project which I am working tirelessly to build, and in the new year I will be bringing to you in 2 ways. 1. The Echoes of Ragnarok stream. This will be a live play stream over on Twitch, and here if my bandwidth holds. I have an all-star Australian cast lined up, and together we'll be delving into a dystopian world of Norse myth and heavy lore, forging new stories in the world of Hymgard. That's enough of that. 2. I will be posting regular dev updates over on my Ko-fi page. If you want to keep up with any changes, lore, artwork, behind the scenes stuff, or whatever else comes up, please go and subscribe to my Ko-fi page. It helps more than you know. Hymgard is a project I'm super excited to be bringing you, and I hope all of you enjoy it as much as I do. So that's it really. An amazing year in retrospect with an incredible year on the horizon. I deeply appreciate all of you who subscribe to my channels, watch my videos, and support me via Ko-fi. I sincerely hope I can bring you bigger and better things in 2025. Until then, happy holidays, happy new year, and of course, have a good one, y'all.